Hello there, good morning. My name is J. Richard Varvel, and I'm your host of the most for the JRV Morning Show. So that was an interesting echo. I'm out here near California Avenue and a little kind of close to Stockdale Highway, between Stockdale Highway and like the 99. So I'm out here because there's a bunch of vacant property being created, but it won't be vacant for too long because there are some interchanges that Bakersfield is putting in to connect the city in a different way. But in order to do that, they've had to clear out old properties that have been here for a long time, businesses, clearing the path for this new quote-unquote pathway to be put in its place. And Monica says, "Good morning, Jay. Hope you had a great birthday." Thank you, Monica. I appreciate it. I did. It was wild and great. While at the same time, I felt like I was processing a lot in my mind. And so there were a couple of moments where I felt like my mind was going to kind of like pop. So I did lay down a couple times to allow that energy to move and allow myself to process all the different changing variables that I feel like are changing all of a sudden on me. And it's all good, but it's just kind of came out of left field, so to speak. So I'm working on that with myself. But anyways, great birthday. I'm excited to be 39. One more year in my 30s, and as I said yesterday, I am getting younger and younger. Yay! And I want to thank you for tuning in and joining me this beautiful Friday. It is beginning to warm up out here in Bakersfield, but it's another crystal blue sky day. No chemtrails in the sky. I love it. And while I am in the flow of time, tomorrow is the Enchanted Cottage's Mystic Faire. It's the 5th annual Mystic Faire, their biggest event of the year. I'm super excited about it. It will be not only the first time that I get to go and enjoy the experience, because usually I'm out of town because of my birthday, but I'm also a guest reader, so I will be there all day. I would love for you to come by and get a reading with me, and if not with me, with one of the other fabulous readers that is there. There's free entertainment, free food, free drinks. The only thing that costs money is if you do want to get a reading, or you do want to get like an aura photography or a magic candle. In that case, there is, I believe, a $20 tickets that you can purchase, and the Enchanted Cottage can give you all the details about that, all the specifics. But what I do know is that it's going to be a lot of fun, a great time, a fabulous community to come out and share, have fun, have some fun entertainment to sit back and enjoy. And again, it is going to be warmer tomorrow, but not terribly too hot, so it's just going to be a perfect day to be outside with your fellow Bakersfieldians, as well as those in the surrounding areas that come out. So anyways, I hope to see you there. I'm excited about it. And anyways, yes, that's that. So I came out here to this vacant area, and I'll do a little spin so that way you guys can see it's kind of vacant all around me, and it goes for a while. And then behind me is California Avenue. It's a major thoroughfare through town. Okay, so they're clearing out all this land, and what came to me was a thought that I had talked about earlier in the week, and the whole idea is in order for something new to come in, we have to make room for it. Because oftentimes our life is it's full. We have all kinds of activities. We already know what we know. We're already doing life, how we're doing life, and so it's full. And so in order to allow for a new way of being to come in, we gotta make some space. We gotta clear out some space and make some room. And then invite it in, these new things in, so then we can incorporate them into our life and try them on and say, okay, do I like this? Do I like being a vegetarian? Do I like being a vegan? Do I like eating practically raw? How do I like yoga? These are just coming to mind. I don't want to limit it to those kinds of things, but what I'm getting at, it's simply like trying on different clothes. Some clothes fit very well and other clothes don't. And it's up for us to decide, but we don't even sometimes give ourselves the opportunity to decide. We don't sometimes give ourselves that opportunity to try on a new experience, a new way of being. And so, again, I'm out here, vacant lots all around me that have just been created to make way for a new way of traveling through Bakersfield. And in the very same way that is a metaphor in the physical, is in the very same way of what happens within us when we want to make some changes. One example for me that's coming to mind right now to share is I grew up in the Christian faith. The church that I started out in Burbank was an evangelical free church. It was very open, but still very Christian. You know, the main tenets of Christianity were all there. When I moved to Bakersfield, we started going to Valley Baptist Church, which is like a mega church here. And there, I did begin to feel like the message was more rigid and fixed, and that also might have been because I was getting older and understanding the message in new and different ways. It's hard to tell. I think it was a little bit of both. And I was also at the same time realizing that I feel differently about boys than other boys feel about boys. And that was interesting, and I internalized that a lot. So I came from a lot of structure, a lot of this is how it is, a lot of we figured it out, we're amazing. I'm not sure what happened to the rest of these people, but we figured it out. I came from there to saying, you know what, this doesn't work for me. This belief system doesn't work for me. I've tried it on, it's gotten me to where it's gotten me, but I know that there's more. And so I've taken that belief system, that coat off, and then I've been on my own journey ever since to figure out my own way and my own understanding in spirituality, in what God is, in what these divine entities are that have come here to assist us, as well as those that have come to manipulate us, and everything in between. So I say all that as an example of where I have had to make room for the new. And so if you're wanting to make changes in your life, if you're wanting to do something different, and again, it's not about right or wrong or about what anyone else is thinking about it. I'm talking directly to you and your highest, deepest self. And if you and your highest, deepest self would like to make a change, one of the ways that I find that's easiest to get that change to come in is to create space for it, and then take action steps to invite it into your life, and to do maybe one or two things at a time and get those perfected, and then continue to move on from there. So that way we don't get ourselves overwhelmed. Again, our life is already very full. There's a lot going on. We have friends, we have family, we have jobs, and those are just our earthly responsibilities. So yes, it's not about changing everything at once, although again, you get to do it how you want. You can try it if you like, and that might be in your highest and best good, so I don't want to take that away from you. Okay, so for me, it's a process. It's a never ongoing process. Again, another major thing that was causing my mind to explode is these new ideas that were coming in for a new way to label and market my product. So it's the same blends, but yet a different way to label them and create a way to make it easier for customers to connect with each blend, with each spray, with each oil, and to make that more of a seamless process. And at the same time, I was like, oh, but all the work I did so far in creating what I've created, what about that? Well, that's how it goes. You know, I already know that there are other ideas that have come into mind of how I can use what I've already created as a way of building a story, as a way of building in a history of me and my product and my own evolution. So in that, it's great. And it's also great that I have come to the realization that it is now that I've brought this product out to the customers, to you all, that it is important on my part to be able to communicate that through branding, through marketing, through colors, through symbols, however I choose, to be able to make that an easy fit. So that way when you walk up and see it, you're like, oh, I need some of that. I need some clarity. Yes. I would like some relaxing. Yes. So it's all about making it easy. So yes, there's some work involved, but again, all work worthwhile. So again, I just want to share that. So if you feel like you've been in a situation where you've been overwhelmed by life, and then where you feel like you're kind of being beat up by life, and where the waves are just woo, crashing over and knocking you over and knocking you down, take some time out, meditate, regroup, and start again. Ask yourself, okay, so all things considered, including the overwhelm that I'm feeling right now, what is the next best step for me in this now moment? And bring it back to the moment. Bring it back to one step at a time and see how that feels. I'm not saying that it might not require some finessing and some practice, but again, it is worth it. It's a way we can fine-tune our mind and again begin to have our mind work with us instead of feeling like sometimes it's working against us. Fantastic. All right, so it's time for the meditation. All right, let's close our eyes. And we're quickly imagining roots, growing roots from the base of our spine and the bottoms of our feet down into the center of Mother Earth. And that is consciously bringing our awareness to our connection to the earth grid, the earth energies, all life that inhabits her. We're connected. Let's bring our conscious awareness to that connection, feeling that connection. Let's take a deep breath together. Again. Yes. I would like you now to become aware of a personal sun that is blazing within your heart space. A mini personal sun. And I would like you, with the source creator energies that are flowing from the inside of you out, to begin to expand that personal sun bigger and bigger and bigger. And it grows past your physical bodysuit, and we're going to take it out 15 feet today. 15 feet all around us. And it is powered by source creator energies flowing from the inside out of us. From an unlimited source of energy. There isn't anything we need to make happen. It is just happening. It is because we are. Let's take another deep breath together. Wonderful. Really feeling into this space, this place with yourself. How good it feels to be in your own energy, within your own personal sun, your own energy source, your own energy source. You don't need to be plugged into anyone else or anything else. You don't need to be taking energy from anyone else or anything else. When you are here, plugged in to you, so feel what it feels like to be in your own energy, what it feels like to recharge yourself, what it feels like to be plugged into you. The power of making room for you. Wonderful. As I tune in to get instructions for our today's adventure, just take, again, a few moments here in your own energy. Feel what you feel like today. Check in with yourself. All right, today we're going to go to a place within the earth, an enchanted magical cavern of light. There are crystals all around in this cavern that we're going to, and this is going to be a space and place where we can continue to recharge and amplify that recharge, as well as energize the matrix, the light grid that is creating this reality. So in order to do that, we're going to use our personal sun to transport ourselves using our imagination. And so what I'm going to have you do is begin to go under the ground, just begin to drop. And because you are within your personal sun, you're able to move through solid rock with no problem. Feel what again it feels like to move through the earth freely, going deeper and deeper down, and deeper down. And all of a sudden, you just open up into this giant, expansive cave that goes on for miles in each direction. And there's crystals covering it from wall to wall. And all the crystals are emanating light of all different kinds of colors, and pulsating and vibrating. And I would like you to find yourself hovering in the middle of this giant crystal cavern. And this is in your imagination, and we're doing it. We are placing ourselves in this magical crystal cavern in the center, near the center of the earth. And I would like you to feel the energetic exchanges happening between you and the earth, deepening your connection to the earth, helping you to feel her and feel him, feel the consciousness that is the earth, the unified earth, in new and deeper ways within yourself. Expanding your own knowingness, your own understanding, expanding your conscious awareness. And I would like you to notice that as you are interacting with these earth energies, that you are radiating even more light than ever off of your personal sun, and that energy is radiating out, filling up the earth, above, below, radiating out past the atmosphere, going out into the solar system. Our love and light is radiating out, filling up the entire solar system, and is going to continue to radiate out until it envelops the whole universe. And we're able to have that experience right here and right now from our humanness, using our imagination. The dogs know what I'm talking about. Yes, we're powerful. And we are not limited to our physical body. But that doesn't make our physical body unimportant. Wonderful. We're going to spend a couple more moments here in silence, enjoying this space here in this beautiful magical cavern. Be open to any spirit animals that may come forward and reveal themselves to you with messages, as well as any other messages that come from yourself and from the universe. This will be the time in which they will come forward. All right, let's take a deep breath together. Yes, thank you. Good stuff. Great job. Thank yourself. Thank your Light Align team. Thank the entire, all the great beings of light that have assisted us in this meditation, in this journey. Energizing ourselves, energizing the grid, with more love and more light, more creativity, making more spirit into matter. Yes. Changing our perspectives, opening us up. There's always more available. Give yourself a big hug. Woo woo! A big giant pat on the back. Great job. And I would like you to take your personal sun going up, up, up through the earth, back to wherever you are physically located. And that takes no time at all. And I would like you to begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and become aware of your physical body whenever you are ready. So I figure I'll turn the camera around and you guys can have another angle of this place that I'm at here, where they're literally creating a new pathway. All right. So let's see here. Card of the day. On this beautiful Friday, May 19th. So, that was more than one card, so we're going to keep shuffling here. All right, Lion Guide. Let's get these in my pocket. All right, Lion Guide is today's card. And I'll be posting a still shot on Instagram after the show, making it easier to see. Lion Guide is here as an animal totem, as an animal energy, to remind us of our strength, our bravery, and what it's like and what's required to be brave and courageous in our life, in our world, and what we would like to create, and what we want to, and the stamp that we want to put on our life and leave on the world through our legacy, through our creations, both physical and non-physical. And so Lion Guide is here, showing his bravery, his courageousness. Really, it's, again, beyond masculine and feminine. This is a unified force to assist us, again, in tuning into our authenticity, and being able to live it through our moment-to-moment experience. And that assistance is available if you choose. You must ask for that help, but it is available. And what was once available even 10 years ago, or what is available now, a lot of it wasn't even available 10 years ago. And even more wasn't available 20 years ago. And every single year, the possibilities become more and more endless of what we can do, what we can change, what we learn about, what we can understand from science. And it's expanding every single moment. And so there is a bit of a energy required, and excitement, a curiosity to step up into what's new and different and exciting, and to continue to be able to play in that energy. Because there's a sense in the masses where, oh, well, if I attain a house and I have the kids and I have a certain status at my job, or I create a business, that, somehow that's it. That life somehow, I attain these things, so life's over. But for those people that have manifested that for themselves, they know life isn't over, because life continues. And just like a deeper part of you know, life isn't over, life continues, because the earth keeps spinning through space, the sun keeps coming up, and you keep living. So I say all that to remind you that at any moment you can choose different. And you can bring in a new reality at will. And I'm not saying that it may not take some time and some finessing, but it is absolutely possible. And Lion Guide is here, along with Archangel Michael, to assist us in being brave and courageous and strong within our authenticity, so we can create from that place and manifest it fully here into our earthly life. So that is the card reading of the day. So again, I'm going to be out at the Mystic Faire tomorrow. I'm very excited about that. And I will be back for the show on Monday at 11. Until then, I'm going to be signing out now. Thank you all for joining me live, as well as all those that have going to be joining me and tuning in the archives. I'm surrounding you all with a big, huge, giant hug of love. And I will see you back here Monday at 11, if not before. Bye-bye, everybody. Mwah! Lots of love.